Hi Leo, welcome back to Peony Lore, where we help you to find the beauty in all things. So this is going to serve for the Sun, Moon, and Rising sign of Leo, and it's technically from the 1st through the 12th, although I realize today's the 3rd when it's being filmed and uploaded. Had a few things going on here as I'm getting more and more inventory photographed and up onto the website for the shop that's open, so lots of gorgeous pieces that want to be adopted. But in any case, we are doing the bi-monthly, and we're cutting it off at the 12th so that we have an even opportunity to try to get back onto a right and better schedule. But also so that we can get the first couple of weeks up and out and give you guys an opportunity to really dig into those pieces that are more meaningful for you. So the biggest portion of Leo's energy that I have for you is what would have been occurring the 1st, 2nd, but really where it jumps into the 4th and the 5th, right before we move into the new moon, because the moon is in the sign of Leo. So I wanted to make sure that I got this one up and out the door for you. So Virgo wanted me to use the Gateway oracles here for your base message. And let me just get my other notes in here so that I have everything ready to go. Yeah. So yeah. So Leo, you would have started changing some signage probably, well, you would have changed some signage first thing this morning into your signs. But of the 1st and the 2nd, so Wednesday and Thursday would have included a lot of Cancerian energy. And the one thing I know that made that very common for people if you don't actually have Cancer in your chart is the fact that people's dreams are like off the chain. There's a lot of momentum and energy put towards what really needs to try to be released. And so, yeah, that kind of puts us into the position of where we are at today, Friday. Leo switches into position about 11 o'clock in the evening, depending upon which side of the U.S. You happen to be on at this particular moment. But for others of you, it will have been maybe a little bit earlier on in the evening. Regardless, as the moon is entering into the sign of Leo, we're talking about a lot of will and self-will. And so the commonalities that are getting ready to pop up here are we have a lot of placements with Jupiter in Aquarius, Saturn in Aquarius. We have a mixture of Pluto, which is judgment, mixing in with Capricorn energy. Scorpio is going to do a big dance. Libra is going to be in the house here within the next couple of days. Of course, we have the new moon in Virgo, which happens on Monday, also Labor Day for a lot of people. So for those of you that get the day off, good for you. We have a lot of good portal days. 9/9 is a portal day, so there's an extra boost. There's going to be a really, really thin veil, an opportunity to communicate with your pantheon of people, your angels, your guides, and other folks that you happen to be working with. So make sure that you take advantage of that. 9/11 actually is a very, very great day as well. There's a lot. So let's go ahead and break this into the beginning with the Gateway Oracle cards. I realize I don't have my little frou-frou out here. I'm going to have to go and find my short stands here so that I can have a little bit more space. But let's see what we've got here. So Leo, all of our fun Leos. What do we have here, Virgo? He picked, sorry about that, it's supposed to be this card here. He picked, oh, you want this one as well? All right, we'll give you that. We'll give you two. He picked the other oracle decks that we're going to use today, which is going to be the Numerology deck, and then he also wanted me to pick the Animal Archangel deck for you as well. So, Leo, the first card that we have here that popped out was the Breaking Barriers card. Okay, and I am expanding beyond limitations and joy and freedom. Okay. And then the second card that popped out was the Expecting Miracles card. So miracles are blossoming in my life. So not only are miracles blossoming, but we're breaking the barriers in order to ensure that the miracles can come in, which is really about kind of what this whole changeover is happening in the first 12 days of September. So September is, as you guys know, or maybe you don't, but from a numerological perspective, it is a 3 month. So the month of threes is all about expansion, It is going to be a lot of push, pull, tug or toe for a lot of people to kind of own up to what it is that they need to do to push themselves out into the expansion, and also pulling back and releasing those things that no longer serve in order to allow the new to come in, right? You got to make space. Got to make space. You got to pour out the nasty stuff out of your cup and make space so that you can fill it to the top with the new things, right? So it's going to be a lot of those big energies. We still have 5 planets in retrograde, and on the 27th of the month, I know I'm jumping ahead, but I want to share why this is important. We have Mercury going into retrograde again at the end of the month after the full moon that we have in the sign of Pisces. So there's an opportunity to get her done. So let's go ahead and put down the base cards. This is for the next 2 weeks. I'm going to read 1 week at a time. I'm doing full on. So if this reading goes above 40 minutes and up to an hour, then maybe what you want to be able to do is just come back to it next week so that you can really focus in on the week of the 6th through the 12th for you. Okay. But let us go ahead and jump in. Of course, as you know, if you do not resonate with everything that shows up in this particular reading, you're not hurting my feelings. It just may not be your particular reading or not the heaviest energy for you in this week. You could be in your sun sign. You could be in your rising sign. Of course, the moon is already in play. So if you're reading this from your moon perspective, then that's, a consideration for you. But do make sure that you take a look at your sun, your moon, your rising, and your north node, and anywhere else that you have major placements in your chart to make sure that you get a full-on reading. If you do not, oh, that was soups fast. Thank you very much. I lost my place. Sorry. If you do need additional support and you want to dig down more into your energies, the only other way from this general is by booking a personal session. So make sure that you take a look at the description box below if you have any interest in that, if it's calling to you. I am available for bookings. I am an angelic healer. I am an energy worker as well as tarot. So I want to make sure that I put that out there so that people that need the help can receive the personal help that you want. Also, as a medium, I very often will channel the family members that want to be able to come through and speak to you as well. So commercial is over. Here we go. We have the energy of Wednesday, Thursday, today's Friday. We have Saturday's energy out. So far, I am liking where this is going. And let's get the Sunday energy out. Okay, so there's Venus in the reverse position there. Okay, so what this really boils down to, Leo, is coming into realization of what it is that you really, really kind of do want. This is overall kind of like, again, realizing what it is that you do want. So on the 1st, you had the Knight of Swords energy. So Wednesday, you had the Knight of Swords energy. Now, Wednesday was the day where we had the moon entering into the sign of Cancer. So again, you could have been having a lot of crazy dreams and other things coming to the surface. It could have created a little bit of confusion with this Knight of Swords in the reverse position. Makes a lot of sense to me. On Thursday, we had the King of Pentacles that showed up here. So we did have a dance with that Cancer moon doing its whole Pluto, excuse me. Yes. No, hang on. Let me get my notes down here. No. This is the energy of Uranus, the Fool, coming in with Taurus. So the dreamy energy of what, the moon in Cancer was trying to do, bringing things up to the surface. A lot of feminine divine energy is what I'm getting out of this. I'm just listening to, okay, a lot of feminine divine coming out of this for a lot of people, whether you're male or female. Emotions, a lot of things coming up from the subconscious, again, like I talked about before, and then secrets. But really for this one, it's really about your dreams as more as anything else, and not just the actual dreams that you were dreaming in your sleep, but what it is that you are dreaming to bring into existence, right? So that was a lot of what was going on. But again, so those dreamy aspects of what you have at the forefront now with the energy of the Fool wanting to try to come in, okay? That was the Uranus energy mixing in with Taurus. So what new tangible touchable things, if you think about it that way, what new tangible touchable things is it that you're dreaming about? Well, the King of Pentacles was all up in that right there. Okay, so that is solid support. That is long-term stability. Okay, Then we have today's energy is the 9 of Swords energy. So today, Friday the 3rd, we have, again, with Leo transitioning into the moon sign today, what we have is the communication. What's happening is this moon in Leo is having another conversation with that. I want to double check. Let me put my glasses on. Sorry, guys. I want to double check something real quick here in my notes. Excuse me. No, Mercury. Yeah, Venus. Excuse me. Well, yes, but it also is the Mercury energy that's coming in, that chat conversation going on with Libra at this particular moment. What is necessary to balance and create this stream for you? So I don't see this as much as anxiety as much as I do just contemplation coming in. I'm not getting any negative connotation out of this. Normally I would have already felt it, but I feel what's the other word? It's the excitement of the venture that's coming through. It's the excitement of the venture. When we get to Saturday's energy, we got the 10 of Wands. I'll take that all day long and twice on Sunday, because what this means is that you are finally ready to let go of a burden. You're finishing a project. And if you have been going through it and, you've been going through a challenging situation, you are allowing yourself to be finished with that, okay? Because the 10s always start over. This is the end of that cycle. So when we get to the energy of Sunday here, okay, when we get to the energy of Sunday, we definitely have the switch over with Libra. Now, the reason why I think Venus, the Empress, is in the reverse position has a lot to do with the placement. So Venus in Libra is doing a square then with Pluto in Capricorn at this particular moment. So the Empress is that like juicy, creative, feminine energy about trying to bring something in, right? That she doesn't typically want to have to go chase anything. So there's an opportunity for you to try to manifest new things, but it also is the indicator that there's more of an opportunity for you to try to bring something in, and it really is just like maybe not having a lot of energy to try to get to try to do it, right, is kind of where we're at, because you will have gone through some pretty strong mental energies here when it comes to this 9 today, and then tomorrow's energy. There's a lot of utilizing of physical energy to get through some things. So let's go with our littles and let's do some clarifiers for you, Leo, okay? But again, we're talking about breaking barriers, right? So, and then expecting miracles will come, I have a feeling, towards the end of next week. But let's go ahead and just put the cards out on the table. So let's just go ahead and hit the first anyway. Like I said, the big thing with the moon in Cancer, with that square with Chiron and Aries, and we've talked about this a few different times, Magician in reverse, is that you have to own your stuff at this particular moment. The universe is saying, I had involvement in A, B, and C, and whether they were lessons or not doesn't really make a difference, and you have to be able to own your level of that experience, okay, right? And it really is forcing you to do that so that you can move forward with a new direction, clearing your mind, clearing your heart, clearing your space a little bit. So we have the Magician in the reverse position, okay? So that's the energy of Mercury, in a sense, communication, no communication. You want me to, okay, take the top one. We've got Virgo in the reverse position, aka the Hermit, sitting here. It's possible that you have Virgo in your chart. Now, I say this a lot. When the Hermit and the Hierophant are in the reverse position, more so the Hermit, but when both of those are in the reverse position, they're both grounded energy. So when they're in the reverse position, instead of them being grounded, they're kind of like being loners in a sense, right? So that's one aspect of the Hermit in reverse. Let's see. And then we have 2 of Wands, and this one wants to jump out. 6 of Cups in the reverse position. Okay. So for me, it's pretty much, the story kind of tells itself here. You didn't receive the communication that you're getting. Now, it's possible that you were dealing with the Virgo that might not have been very kind. Possible. Virgos are all about, and this is what Virgo season is about. Virgo season is all about perfection of service. And the thing about Virgos is that they are very but they also do things with their heart, and so they very much take care of other people before they take care of themselves. So that can be a concern, right? best thing about Virgos, like I said, is being methodical, because one of the reasons they do that is to be available to other people. So everything needs to be right so that they can zigzag left, right, up, down, however things need to go. When Virgo is off kilter, it's not a good situation, okay? It's not a good situation because it takes them a long time to get things ramped back up. So if you're dealing with a different Virgo and you realize that there wasn't communication going on with them, Leo, then that could be one of the reasons, okay? One of the situations. So we have the Two of Wands that shows up in the reverse position. So it indicates that there is a choice that was made already. And with the Six of Cups that shows up also in the reverse position, it can indicate a couple of different things. A, it can indicate that you were dealing with someone from your past who could have been a Virgo for sure, and that there was a choice to have this conversation with the Virgo for sure. You're choosing you're choosing something that is showing up from your past as a potential. Okay, so that is kind of what the energy is that I had going on here with that King of Swords that was in the reverse position. Again, I feel that there was lack of communication that was coming through for sure. There wasn't the communication that was coming through that we needed, which tells me that that had something to do potentially with Mercury coming in, but at the same time, or not coming in, but it also has a lot to do with you determining for yourself, in a sense, in one way, that you may have come to the realization that you have gotten all the details it is that you need about something, and you're coming out of hermit mode, if this would be you, and you've already made the choice and you knew what it is that you needed to choose, and it definitely had something to do with someone or something from the past. Now, I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that for right now. Let's talk about the energy from Thursday with all this juicy energy going on with the Taurus energy that was here, okay? King of Pentacles. Show me something going on with the King of Pentacles with our Leo. Okay, the Empress in reverse. Okay. So, I do feel now that we have to bring in either Libra or Taurus. Okay. Needing some time here. Six of Wands in the reverse position. Not really receiving the accolades that you would have wanted at that point. Three of Pentacles. I'm going to take one more. Thank you. We have the Eight of Swords energy that popped up here. I'm going to leave these two out of the scenario here. So again, this could be for me a placeholder very specifically for Venus, which is responsible for both Taurus and Libra energy coming in, okay, with those pentacles. So what I'm getting here is that there was a potential that you weren't being seen from something in the past. Something that you wanted did not come through. And it may have had something to do with the collaboration. That collaboration could have been business. That collaboration could have been personal, as far as bringing people together. It could have been even education. Like something that you wanted did not show up, okay? And with the Eight of Swords, it's kind of left you in your feels a little bit, contemplating, well, what's the permanence of this particular situation for some of you, okay? Let's move on to today's energy now, where we've got this Nine of Swords. Got the Three of Cups in the reverse position. We have the Chariot, Cancer energy, and we've got the High Priestess energy that shows up. Take one more on that pair. Oh. Okay, I'm definitely taking the Two of Pentacles, and I'm putting the rest of these back. So, there's a balancing act that is definitely going on here, okay? You may be required to make another choice, okay? The Two of Pentacles is here. It also indicates balancing yourself. And what I'm getting is that there is a possibility, Leo, that you are involved definitely in a relationship. This won't be for everyone. So again, take what it resonates for you and just leave the rest. If it doesn't match your scenario, don't try to make it fit, because that does not work, okay? You'll know if it's for you. The High Priestess is saying that there's some of you that have an awareness of why this Three of Cups is in the reverse position. Okay, so the Three of Cups is usually about parties, good times, people coming together. There's definitely an indication that some of you have been waiting for communication from, it's possibly a Taurus to come into your world, and that Taurus is not coming into the world, meaning, you know, union in that way. And so what I'm getting is, Cancer, you need to utilize your intuition on this particular situation, very specifically, okay? So it's possible that, I'm sorry, Leo, it's possible that you definitely have a Cancer in your world, or you have a Cancer position that is in your chart. But regardless, the High Priestess is coming in talking about utilizing your intuition. Don't be second guessing your intuition, because usually that gut reaction that we get is the right first impression that you get. So by having to balance, okay, the one thing about the Two of Pentacles when it comes to balance, it takes a very strong person to be able to balance different types of situations at once. And on the traditional image of the card, you've got the person, like, you know, with one foot on the ground trying to balance the coins, and behind him is a sea of just choppy waters all over the place. And like, you got these two boats, one on each side, and they're just flailing like there's a huge storm going on in the back. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Stay as balanced as you possibly can. You cannot do anything for those people in the back, because you'd be put in the same situation if you were to try to jump in and do anything. Stay in your lane. That's exactly what this one is saying. So again, this is, I feel, for some of you, knowing that you made the right decision. I got to do like 3 scenarios in this. Some of you know that you dodged a bullet and you were trying to balance that knowing that you are moving forward in the right direction with this Cancerian energy. A lot of this is a karmic card too, and the High Priestess is saying that you have a deep awareness of what was going on here. So again, I don't see this as much as anxiety as I do excitement about knowing that you've dodged a bullet, and that the situation that you're dealing with is temporary at best, okay? So when we get into the energy of Saturday, you've finally gotten to the point where you've decided to drop all of those different wands and things like that that were burdening and bothering you, okay? So we have the energy, we've got a couple of different, we have 2 trines that show up here on Saturday, which are good energy. So it's that Chiron and Aries with the sun in Leo, so being shined upon those things that are for you and things that are not for you. So you're dropping the things that are not for you, which is good. You're owning your stuff. And then the other trine that happens is the expansion of Mercury talking to Libra, again, talking to the Empress about what it's going to take for the expansive energy of Saturn, the world, to come in and change circumstances for you. So that's what this conversation is about here. We'll do some clarifiers, and we will go back in with the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, just to make sure that I've covered all the bases. But let's see what's going on for Saturday for our Leo. We got the Hangman that shows up. So changing your perspective on something. We have the Devil that shows up, Capricorn energy. I do believe that, well, you could be dealing with the Capricorn, but what I really feel is that you're being guided towards those things that definitely are no longer serving you, for sure, for sure, for sure. And then, yeah, he came up again. That is so hilarious to me. The Virgo energy with the Hierophant in the reverse position with the 5 of Cups. So firstly, what I have to say in this situation is you've gotten the perspective with the Hangman here, okay? There is perspective that is on its way. There's more information that's on their way too, but this is changing your perspective on a potential situation. Seeing all sides of the scenario in one instance. But what I get is that what you're seeing is what Capricorn can no longer do for you, right? So what are you resisting? Why are you resisting leaving something that is no longer for you, is the energy that I get. And the combination here of the Hierophant in the reverse with the 5 of Cups in reverse is really telling me that there was no commitment in a particular situation. What are you committing yourself to, right? And the 5 of Cups is indicating that the best opportunity that you can do is carry your healing forward, because you already know what's going on here. So again, the best situations that come up are the different trines that show up, a lot of it with Venus, Libra showing up, trying to share with you the expansiveness of what's going on here. So that's what I get. So let's talk to Venus. Let's talk to Lady Venus for what's happening on Sunday here. So again, the moon is all over the place. And what does definitely come up as the moon starts to enter Virgo in the early evening is, prior to that, there was this whole little dance with Jupiter in Aries at that particular moment with you, Leo. And so you got the energy of the Neptune and Pisces at that particular moment. So that's moon energy, and I'm going to go there all day long. I know people are going to, that's not what that means. Listen, you've got all of that juicy energy that shows up with the moon in Pisces, but also with Venus in Libra. And so again, what it has to do with, okay, Lady Venus, Libra showing up here, talking about the big expansiveness of who you are and what it is that you want and how it is that you're going to try to get there. So basically, you're not in a position to try to make any changes or decisions on this particular day with that big amount of energy that's popping through, okay? But let's go ahead and grab the littles here, move these things over. I think I messed up the whole world. What did I do? Yeah, these go here. Let me just pull these up here just a bit. Okay. All right. Virgo, let's be all about what Lady Venus is talking about for our Leos, please. We got we got the Queen of Cups. Okay. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. Come talk to me for a minute. Let me tell you about what I had to do to go through when this situation came up for me and how I got out of the situation. Yeah, okay. That is the energy of the Queen of Cups all day long. We have the Ten of Swords and we have the Seven of Pentacles. The Ten of Swords is allowing what no longer served you, all the hurt, all the pain, all the confusion, any of the, he's saying internal talk, any of the negative internal talk that was going on with you, like totally releasing it. That's what the Ten of Swords is all about. And the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse position is not only knowing that you have gone through a lot, you are ready to like jump on a new situation. However, we got one more coming. Yeah, there it is. Well, we're taking both of them. In order for this is a gorgeous pairing. You've got the Ace of Rods or Wands, and you've got the World card that shows up here. So Saturn is here providing you with the opportunity that you need to give yourself something new. I'm not surprised that this showed up. I was expecting the Ace of Pentacles, but I'll take the Ace of Wands, because anytime you have an ending to a situation, you have a beginning of a new broad situation. So the World is definitely here saying you're at the end of an old situation and there's a net new something coming on in, and this is what they bring towards you. So the reason why the Empress is in the reverse position is because you're going through a lot of emotional situations at that particular moment. The only thing I would caution you on with the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse position is sometimes when people realize that they're having to leave an old, like physically leave a situation and go do something else, sometimes I gotta go do this like right now energy is like, no, you don't. You don't have to go and chase anything at this particular moment. Allow yourself to be in your feels. Allow yourself to go through the different changes and situations that you're going through and honor that. Say thank you to the pain. I'm done with you. Let's move on. We're closing that chapter. We're moving forward. So again, what we have here is, what is it that you want to be what overall do you want to make you happy, and realizing that you don't have to keep yourself bound to something that's no longer for you. You don't have to do it. You don't. You've got all this new juiciness that's showing up. So that's the breaking of the barrier that you are experiencing this week, Leo. Okay? Let's move on into the gorgeous week of the 6th through the 12th. So again, we have the new moon in Virgo, which is popping up, mixed with Labor Day. So for those of you that get an extra day, good for you. Okay? I'm going to switch this in half here. There are some really good things that are happening on this day. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 different trines that are happening. So trines are multiple bodies doing sexy work together. Okay, triangle, a trine. They're doing a lot of sexy work together. What we have is Mars in Virgo trining Capricorn and Pluto. So Judgment, the Devil, And then, like I said, trining the Mars energy, Mars wanting things to come in and do really fast changes. That's the Tower. If I can help explain it to you that way, wanting things to come in and shift. So we want the Tower to come in when we're going through other big types of situations, because we want to see what's going to break the old so that we have space to grow the new, right? We also have the juicy trine again of Venus in Libra, doing its dance with Jupiter and Aquarius, that expansive nature of what it is that they are having a conversation about bringing into you. We again have the Taurian energy that is here with our Fool energy that's coming in, talking about how can we make this work for you. So both the Sun and the Moon in Virgo on that day, okay, mixing with that whole Taurian energy. And Uranus, the Fool, that's what's creating like the big juicy day on this day. So you have an opportunity to not only put in your new moon wishes, but like those new moon wishes are just no, they said put it back in. Those new moon wishes, make them count. Make them count, not only just for the next month, but as much as you can over the next. I expand it out as far as you can, but what I would say is go 60 days. Go 60 days. Let's see what happens, okay? All right, so there we go. So let's get our information for Leo on the 6th through the 12th, please, universe. Here we go. Virtual talk. Let's do this. Okay, we want to have the 6 of Swords in the reverse position. Okay. Oh, this is, are you serious? Okay, all right. So we've got some energies carrying over from the previous week. We've got the 5 of Swords in the 6 of Swords in the reverse, 5 of Wands in the reverse, but there's a quick change that's going to happen because the very next day you get the 6 of Wands upright, and then you have the 5 of Cups in the upright. Interesting. Show me Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, we've got the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse position. Okay, 666, and so far 55. 666 is not a negative combination of numbers, you guys. Astrologically, it is physical changes that are happening within your body, okay? Yep, and then we've got the Hangman, so that guy is still here. Okay, all right. Change of perspective, going in and receiving enlightenment. Some of you are up-leveling. That's what's happening here. So Virgo is going to talk to you about your health in one instance. Expect that to come through. Okay, so let's go ahead and get through this one. Bottom of the deck, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to go ahead and put that there. There's your expecting miracles, okay? All right. Sorry, I'm missing a card. And that's all right. Thank you. In the upright, thank you. 10 of Cups in the upright. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, good. We got them all. Thank you, universe. So you got a lot of major things that are happening this particular week here. So the 6 of Swords in the reverse position. What I would say is that there is potentially something that you need to pack up before you jump on this boat, so it's not ready to go. But you are removing any obstacles and challenges with any quick review that's coming, all right? And when you review what it is that you need to do over here, Monday, Tuesday, then definitely by Wednesday, you are going to be seen as victorious, okay? Now, what shows up for you on Thursday is the 5 of Cups in the upright. So this has a lot to do. These couple of cards here have a lot to do with moving. You go 5, you go 6, 5, 6, 5, 6. Okay? 6, 5, 6, 5, 6. So when we pull the numerology cards, we'll see if we can get a little bit more clarification for you. But 6, 5, 6, 5, 6. Yeah, there's some physical upgrades that some of you guys are going through for sure. And these physical upgrades are changing your body in a sense, in a way. So there's a lot of awareness that comes to health. What else? Yeah, your physical health is going to be something that's going to come into play when we start pulling these clarifiers in. Okay, so let's go ahead and start doing that. Let's just get all into the magic of the situation here. So, let's see what we got. Talk to me about the Six of Swords in the reverse position on the 6th. Ten of Pentacles. You're having a concern. You're having a concern, but utilize these new moon wishes to call in the abundance of whatever the abundance means for you. Remember, Pentacles very often mean money. It doesn't always have to mean money, because abundance is not always money for people. It can be love. Like I said, the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, in my opinion, are completely interchangeable. But the Ten of Pentacles is there, so that's definitely there in your awareness. It's definitely there in your environment. Here's what we want to see. So that Nine of Swords that was in up here is now in the reverse position. We're calming down a little bit. And the King of Wands is coming in. So this is very much entrepreneurial energy for people. It doesn't necessarily have to be. It could be that you have you back in the groove. I would have liked to have seen the Leo card, but that's okay. This fire energy is about moving forward when it comes to something that is ready for action, right? So you're ready to do something now. And if you have to go back and take another look at making sure that all T's were crossed and all I's were dotted for something else from the previous week, this would be a good day to do it if you have an opportunity to do it, okay? Whatever it is that you do, though, there is this release of conflict, competition, self-loathing. Those are those words that they were talking about before. Self-talk. Did you flip? Okay. Sorry guys. Let's see what else. There it is. Strong Virgo. Four of Wands showing up here. So it's possible that you have a release of challenge in the home, parties. There's also a potential, when the Four of Wands comes up, that it's definitely talking to you spirit workers, because that is the 1111 energy that shows up on this day. Really trying to take advantage. The spirits are going to start trying to talk to you early before this 9 of the 9 shows up here. We have time on the 9 of the 9, but I think some of you guys are going to start dialing in really, really quickly here. Proposals could be business proposals. It could be marriage proposals. I could validate if I saw the Lovers come through, but it is a lot of happiness in the home. It's also taking time out to enjoy things as well. Okay. Okay. Yes. 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 I like this energy. So the Four of Wands upright, the 10 of Wands upright, and then the 4 of Swords in the reverse position. So if you were having a challenge with someone from your past, there is an opportunity for reconciliation a little bit, but also it's time to come out of the sleeping mode and time to move forward. You've dropped that completely, whatever that situation could have been for you. I'm going to take one more, they said, on that scenario. But the Four of Swords in the upright is that you are ready to go to work. Okay. Yes. You guys, there's so much synchronicity in this reading right now. You've got 2 9s now. You've got 9 9. You have the 9 of Pentacles, Independence, and the 9 of Cups. I told you about before. Nine of Cups, all the things that you want, all your own independence. So the other thing that I have to say, they want me to be clear, is that some of you made a decision to drop a person. And you might have made the right decision. The proposal or whatever it is that they were offering was not necessarily the right decision. And you know what? You got to do what you got to do when you got to do it. So at the end of the day, I'm excited to see that you've got a lot of spiritual context here. And so if you, regardless, the very next day here, okay, when we get into the 8th day, now we're all about Libra. Wednesday is all Libra. Coming to terms with whatever is necessary and balance. This is the universe coming in and balancing things for you with the Six of Rods. Coming through the battle victorious and being seen head and shoulders above the rest. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at what else we can see for our Leo. Oh, that was super fast. Moon energy coming in here. Okay. So it's possible that you're dealing with the Pisces, Neptunian energy for sure, for sure, for sure. This comes through. We do have, there's not a lot of placements when it comes to that, so I really do feel that the universe is sharing with you that there's revelations that are coming through. If you're sticking with that 1111, that guidance, the information that you need is coming through, so stay in your lane, stay in that path. It's also going to be a creative day for you on Wednesday the 8th. A lot of creativity on this particular day. Yes. Recognition of loyalty. Creativity. Where'd you go? There she is. He is. Knight of Cups comes through. Big old cup of love. Big opportunity to trust. Okay. So if you're dealing with the water sign, know that there's some trust in this particular situation. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, for sure, for sure, for sure. Trustworthy energy. Anything else? We have Temperance that showed up in the reverse position, so that, you know, speaks of Sagittarius from signage perspective. But what this is meaning is that there's some moderation that's not really taking place the way that it probably should. You might want to watch out for your physical energy on that particular day. The other two cards that wanted to present themselves, here you go. Leo, you really, 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 really have to watch. You really have to watch your health. There's a huge, like, danger, Will Robinson energy. You got to get your thoughts organized. We do have the Aries sign coming in here as far as the Emperor is concerned on this particular day. Chiron in Aries is the only placement that comes through. It comes through with Mercury in Libra, and it also comes through with the Moon in Libra at that particular moment as well. The biggest thing that I'm getting out of here is for your victory is to really watch your health. Now, that could be making sure that you're not getting a little, you know, watch your alcohol intake, watch your food intake, watch whatever you put into your body, whatever you're absorbing, from social media to television to radio to just whatever, to people's energies that are around you. You're going to want to make sure that you're watching out for yourself on Wednesday the 8th, okay? There's that. On the 9 of the 9 on Thursday, so the biggest energies that are going to pop up is that Moon in Libra that we talked about from the previous day, but does have this trine with Jupiter in Aquarius. So that's the expansive energy that we want with that Wheel of Fortune energy that we want to have happen. But there is a square with Pluto in Capricorn on this particular day. So this is going to be a day, because the Five of Cups usually indicates sometimes regret, because you did something. The Five of Cups for me, they're just really hammering in on your physical self on this particular moment. It could also have something to do with the minor apology that needs, well, no apology is minor because it's really good energy. It can also be a little bit of fixation on something that you changed. Should I have done that? Did I really? You know, that kind of whole thought process. Regardless, let's move forward. Why is 5 of Cups here? Mars. Got the Tower in the reverse position. Three of Wands. Page of Cups. Well, it looks to me as though Mars did you a favor on the back end here. And I think it has a lot to do with the energy from this first week. This would have been from September the 1st. This is that Mars energy that was coming through. Mars did you a favor and was really pushing you towards this 3 of Wands energy that we have going on here and this Page of Cups. So here's what I really feel. I really feel that for very strongly, and I don't care where you're at in this, you need to really be watching your health this particular week. But for some of you guys, I do feel that in order for you to move forward more effectively, you might have to be the person that comes up and says, I'm sorry, so sorry. You might actually owe someone a quick apology. Moving forward. Let's go on into the energy that we have with the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse position. Now, the other thing I want to tell you about before we hit Friday is the 9 of the 9. We talked about this being a portal day. There is going to be a day where this is really good for working with people, groups. Some people are going to recognize their glow up on this particular day, especially with that 3 of Wands energy, like waiting for your ships to come in. But the reason why you're actively waiting, you're still actively waiting. It's like you made an agreement with Spirit on this particular day. I'm going to do these things. If you guys can help me with this, then we'll do. That's the collaboration that is happening. So I really don't feel that the 5 of Cups is all that bad. You may owe somebody an apology. I'm just saying there, but you do have some help. I just want to say that that day is another strong day besides the new moon to call in any additional support that you have. And I think Spirit is getting your attention very, very quickly the day before, calling your stuff to the carpet here a little bit. So just be prepared for that, okay? So when we get to Friday the 10th, we have the 6 of Pentacles that's in the reverse position. So this is a day where the moon is going to start transitioning into the sign of Scorpio. And there is a big square with the moon in Scorpio doing this dance now with the world, Saturn, in Aquarius. So Scorpio wants to have the conversation about, well, what do you finally need to get rid of, or what needs to be released in order for you to receive that that Wheel of Fortune. 6 of Pentacles in the reverse position indicates an imbalance in something. You either are giving too much energy away or you're not receiving the energy that you're putting into something. It can also indicate that your personal finances are out of balance or out of whack that particular day. Okay? We have the 7 of Wands. Do you want me to leave it sideways? No, all the way up. We got the 7 of Wands, which is indicating trying to come down a level. Okay, just a little bit. You definitely have the 3 of Swords energy, and you have the Queen of Swords. Now, for me, the 3 and the 3 and the 3s that are showing up here. Who else had all the 3s? Who else had? Was it Gemini? I think Gemini had a bunch of 3s going everywhere as well. I'm just putting it out there. But the 3s for me are indicating time. And so the Queen of Swords is telling you it's time to cut some BS out, to be curt and frank. That's really what's going on. So we're taking another card on that one. Something's out of whack. You're overspending. I don't know. Yeah, you've got the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Abso-freaking-lutely. He's in here telling all your business. That's what's going on. That's exactly what's going on. You need to take a step back so that you aren't going to get hit hard in the long run. So I would say for many of you, just kind of get an idea of what's going on with your spending. The other thing for some of you is that you're not grounded. And you need to make sure that you're taking time to ground your energy, for sure, okay? In order for you to receive all of these accolades, you have to be grounded. So it doesn't matter that you've got the 9 of Pentacles, your independence over here with this Nine of Cups, your ultimate wants, you still have to be grounded and grateful for all the things that you have. I'm not saying that you're not. I'm just saying that that's a really good reminder to make sure that you spend extra time going in and doing that, okay? Now, let's move on into this Hangman energy that we have here. Now, this was a big couple of days. Let's move on to the Hangman energy from where we get to Saturday, 9/11. It's actually still a very, very good day. The moon in Scorpio at that day is doing this really gorgeous dance with the whole Pluto in Capricorn energy. So there's a day for you to go in, receive some more information. For some of you, you're doing a major spiritual upgrade, and you're going to be receiving some more downloads, upgrades, and that kind of a situation. But this is going to be a really, really good day for working. Some of you, it's for romance. It can be whatever you want. This is just going to be a really juicy afternoon for people to take advantage of, okay? Yes, ma'am. Firstly, bam! You get the Sun card. I do love me some me. Vitality, life, positivity, positive thoughts, okay? We have the Queen of Pentacles. And we freaking have the Ten of Cups. Are you kidding me? All the things, people. All the things. So this is what you're being shared with. The universe is trying to get your attention. Please listen. Please listen to what they're telling you here, because they are showing you how to line this up, okay? They're not only giving you the ingredients, they preheated the oven. Seriously. That is the energy of what it is that we have here. You cannot make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. You are up-leveling. And then you get the Ten of Cups on Sunday. The realization of that, okay? All the things, happy family, emotions back together, joy, positivity, all the things. Love it. All these. Okay. Interesting mix. Interesting mix. We have the Gemini major arcana of the Lovers that's sitting here in the reverse position. So if you are coupled up with someone on Sunday, I would say watch your communication. The Lovers in the reverse position usually means lack of communication. It also means that there's miscommunication, okay? Really watch what you say, because there's a potential for some really harsh words to be said, which is really, really odd, because you just went through all this sexy juiciness over here, but it is what it is. However, someone is going to come off their high horse with the Page of Swords in the reverse position, and then you've got the Ace of Swords cutting through the BS. Now, when the Ace of Swords comes through, it is a gift, but again, it's really stabby energy, or it's very gentle cutting through the BS. But the Ace of Swords is a gift. There's new clarity that's coming to you from all levels, okay? And so I always just tell people, when the Five of Swords presents itself, there's a potential that people that are no longer in your best and highest good are like falling off. It could be a younger air sign for sure, but it doesn't always have to be. But at the end of the day, when the Five of Swords shows up, you will win the battle. But how much effort are you going to put into that situation? So I would just say what you have to say, but be as kind as you possibly can, because you don't want to generate any negativity after all this sexiness is here in your future. Always defend yourself, though. So you have to take what that means for yourself, and you have to move forward. All right, Virtual, how do you want me to... He said just go. All right, so there's 2 cards for the first week, and then there's 2 cards for the second week. So let's go back up to the first week. Ostentation coming through. So listen, people want what they want when they want it. You just have to be mindful of what that is for you. So that is the energy of what's going on here with this Taurus energy here. This King of Pentacles, let me pull this back up because you can't see it on the camera. Remember, we had this King of Pentacles that showed up here. We had the Empress that showed up here in the reverse position. We had the Six of Wands showing up in the reverse, the Three of Pentacles, upright, the collaboration, and then being stuck in the mud a little bit within our head. This is all about the ostentation energy of what Taurus can bring, a little bit too much, okay? All right, let's move forward towards, you said there was two, so what's the other card? It's the Empress you want to focus on again at the end. So the Empress card, remember that we had again for this Sunday is the Empress in the reverse position. We got the Queen of Cups, the Ten of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the World, and then the Seven of Pentacles. Again, for many of you, it was about knowing what it is that you needed to be able to release here. But the Seven of Pentacles, at the end of the day, they were saying not to like rush in to like make all these different changes and choices, making sure that you didn't feel like you had to do 15 things at once. Watch your pennies. Ooh. No. Well, it'll come back out, I'm sure. Yes, Mercury in Capricorn. This is about not being organized in your thoughts when it comes to fruit. So I don't know if you can actually see this one, but you see the harvest that's being held in the hand. You got to get your thoughts organized about your spending potentially for some of you, okay? Now, let's move into this particular week. The 6th through the 12th. It can't be all of those, can it? He said yes. So we take them. Thank you, Virgo. So what we got is... Okay, yeah, that relationship made sense for some people. So here we go. Someone is restless. This is Aries energy. This is both Mercury and Venus coming in. So restless energy. Someone's trying to come out of their restlessness. Okay. And someone is getting over this lust. Okay. We have, and lust, I'm just going to put it out there. Yeah, it can be physical. Can be sexual lust, but it can be lusting over something specific as well. It doesn't have to be necessarily an individual, but that's heavy, heavy, heavy with this organization that we saw here this particular week, right? So what comes out of this is if you can get it together, man. What we have is the energy of Taurus popping back in here, dancing with Jupiter, talking about your status will change, okay? And then we finally have the moon in Virgo. So you'll take advantage of this new moon in Virgo, because that's what this is about. It's called order. So it's getting everything lined up so that when you're ready to, you can bounce off the walls and be in different places at once. I would be heavy, heavy, heavy utilizing the energy of the new moon in Virgo to bring all these things in. Okay, now we're going to move to the numerology cards for you. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. There's a lot. You are getting ready to go through a lot of gorgeous change. So some of you from the spiritual perspective are getting ready to go through a lot of physical upgrades. Let them come. Just watch whatever it is that you're imbibing. It doesn't really matter. It could be too much pizza. I don't really care. But your body is going to start rejecting certain things because your vibration is going to be too high for some of the lower vibrational foods that are out there. Drink, wine, beer, it doesn't really matter. Not even if you're a heavy drinker. Watch those different type of substances in your body. And again, it can be the environment of anything that you're involved with. Try to give yourself as much space and protection as you can from negative people or negative situations, those types of things, negative energies. Let's see, we've got 2 numerology cards, he said, right? 3. Okay, first one is out. Yes. Synchronicity. Are you seeing the signs? Signs are showing up, and you don't need to challenge this wealth that's coming into you. You don't have to know why it's showing up. You don't have to know all the details on the back end. Just know that it is showing up, okay? Even if you can't believe your stroke of luck, that's the universe working in your favor. I told you Mars has got your back over here. Where did he go? Where's my tower? The tower in the reverse position. Am I incorrect? Did I not have my tower? You had some support, my friend. You got some support. You got 1,500 cards on the table. I'm going to let it go. But you definitely have the universe is helping you right now. Your second card is, bam, new beginning. Here we go. Set it off. New 111 energy, creator energy. What else do we have? Okay. Well, I'm not going to do it today. I'm being told that I need to do a separate, damn it, relationship spread. I'll do that as a bonus. There is a relationship change that's occurred or occurring, okay? I love doing relationship spreads, or conversations with people, but in person. It's so easy to dig into Bob and Mary's energy, and that's what a personal reading is for. I will consider and do my best for an additional love spread for Leo here coming up, okay? But those are your cards. Synchronicity, new beginnings, relationship change. Now, it doesn't mean that it just means a change in your relationship, okay? It can be a change of self, how you respect and love yourself. It can be a relationship for work. It can be a relationship with a partner if you're currently coupled, and it can be a new partner coming in. That's way too much for me to try to pull out with this particular reading, which is why he said do a separate relationship one. You couldn't have told me that at the beginning, bro. He said no. Oh, Spirit is so funny, you guys. I love. Okay, so we're going to go into your animal archangel card. How many do we have, buddy? 2, okay. No? Okay. Shuffle? Okay, I can do that. Side shuffle. Thank you. Leo. There it is. Okay. I'm getting the first card that pops out is Kangaroo. It's called Being a Force for Good. Some of you have the connection spiritually to Uluru, the big rock in Australia with the Aboriginals, the indigenous. So this is going to be meaningful for somebody, but kangaroo energy is coming through, and I want you to take a look at that ginormous ass crystal that is on the back. Do you see how big that crystal is? So, Lightworker, be a force for good. There's just a gentle reminder. Gersisa, Sandalphon, some of you are grid workers. Archangels Roquiel is here. Roquiel is really responsible for helping people change into their growth pattern. The other card that we have here is Eagle Spirit, sees opportunities courageously. Eagle Spirit, Archangel Bokbi. Okay? So, my friends, that is what I have for you for the 1st through the 12th. It was my pleasure to put these readings out here for you. I really love doing this. At the end of the day, breaking barriers, okay? And expecting those miracles. Whether it's physical, emotional, spiritual, this is on its way. Jupiter is here to come support you, and your universe is here talking to you about take advantage of listening to them and putting those new moon wishes out there and expand it further than what it is that you've even thought of doing it before. And these miracles that are coming in, don't challenge them. Synchronicity is here because at some point you're lining up with it. They're just giving you a heads up about some things that you may need to watch for. Take pleasure in your new beginnings. So far, this has been my favorite reading. And there are relationship changes coming, but I'm not going to do a relationship reading right now. We'll do that separately, okay? Thank you, Leo, for tuning in. Thank you for sticking with it. If you've come back the second week to review it, hopefully this was, pretty awesome for you. But at the end of the day, this is a really, really, really good reading. Again, hit the description box below if you need anything specific as far as new funsies, as far as crystals and other things, or if you want like a personal reading to dig down. That is what I have for you. Thank you so much, and we will talk to you during our next reading. Bye for now.